We are now 5 wide. Presented by Quick Trip's quality gasoline guarantee. It's just another way Quick Trip has you covered.
We go, and as Brent Musburger once famously said, you are looking live at the Resch Expo and the boys in their broadcast location overlooking Ray Nitschke Field as the Green Bay Packers are engaging in joint practices with the, 7-time world champion New England Patriots. Did I get that right, Kuhn? Billy, good morning. How we doing, boys?
Yeah, they're 7-time world champion. They're 7-time Lombardi winners.
Are
Packers 13-time
Or
world
6.
champion.
No, I think
they're
it's 6.
No,
yeah.
they're 6.
6.
They are 6.
Yep.
Tom Brady was 7. They're 6. Green
Their
Bay's
only
still
other
13.
appearance
That's
was
right.
85, right?
Brady has the 7th from the Buccaneers.
With the Bucks, yeah. And the Pats' only other 2 appearances would have been against the Packers in 31 and then the dismantling in Super Bowl 25, right?
Yes.
Well, they
Or
lost.
in
They
85,
lost to
sorry,
the
I don't know which
Giants
number that was.
twice. They also, they lost to the
wow.
Eagles.
Holy cow.
They lost to the Giants
Nice
twice
job,
and
Billy.
the Eagles, and 97 and
Prior
85.
to Brady. Yep.
Yeah, so they have 5 losses in the Super Bowl.
Jesus.
Yeah. So,
be
Kuhn, I'll
fun.
ask you. Green Bay Packers, New England Patriots. Green Bay Packers, New England Patriots. Who is the face of the National Football League?
It still has to be the Packers. I mean, one of the original
company
teams
answer.
of the National Football League. 13 world championships, granted some of those before the Super Bowls. And they have a statistic out where you can weight wins, and based off of whether they're regular season, postseason, and even in the Super Bowl. And in the last 30 years, it's Patriots, Packers, neck and neck, even with all those Super Bowls with the Patriots. So, yeah, it's the Green Bay Packers.
Okay. The Patriots are new money. They're
Okay.
big new money.
All right.
They're big new money.
All right.
Right?
Are they like big
And-
Saudi new money, or would that be more like the Rams and Kroenke?
I tell you, that Saudi money, Billy, it's coming. It just keeps coming. They
When does
keep
it crack
plucking
into the
guys
NFL?
2 more. Well, that's it. Trust me, there have been people who've written some think pieces on that. Like
What's
what
coming?
happens when the Saudi
3
money
years.
comes washing up
3 years.
on the NFL. 3 years, Bush, you think?
Yes.
Why?
It might not.
Why
it might
3
not
years?
be direct. I just think in 3 years. I just think it won't necessarily be direct, but I think there'll be enough money that comes to an owner that goes partial ownership. A team comes up and somebody throws a boatload at it, and they find their way to kind of sneak in. And once that first door is open, watch out.
As Zabe once said, okay.
All right, 3 years. Okay.
That's what I think it is.
Listen, somebody else is going to be looking around saying, "Wait,
What does that
they
mean?
sold for $6.5 billion
That's-
in Washington."
That was your response. They had this whole response. And you just went,
Exactly.
all right.
All right.
All right.
Well, am I not allowed to say okay?
Hey, are you guys? You're not going to
to
get into a tiff on the last segment of Josh's last day, are you? You're not going to.
Come on. It wouldn't be 5 wide otherwise.
Wait, what?
Hey, Billy,
But no,
is your lovely bride to be going to be at Disney anytime soon? We're going to be down there this weekend.
Hey, let's go. No, actually, I believe next weekend was supposed to be the weekend that she was going to steal our young son and go on down there for the Food and Wine Festival and walk around, and I was going to be back here, working. But that one fell through. So you're going to go on and enjoy the heat coming up this weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be like
Good for
107
you.
degrees, which
Oh,
that's
obviously
awesome.
I
Hey,
love.
Are you
You know.
taking that Frontier flight, the direct flight down there? Is that how you're getting there? How you getting down there?
Southwest.
Amen.
Something.
Okay.
Good
Southwest
call
works.
on
Good
that.
call.
Yeah.
Is it a direct
Yeah.
Southwest?
Not
flight?
American,
Yes.
huh?
Yeah, they
Okay.
love Southwest direct flights.
Yeah. Southwest for the
You
win.
can't take a
So-
chance when you're just going for a long weekend because you get banged for a day on a long weekend. Man, that thing becomes
Yeah,
really
you're hurt.
Yep.
cramped. Good for you,
Well,
Josh.
Thanks,
and
man.
with an airline like Frontier, if they cancel your flight home on a Sunday, they might not say they've got another flight until Tuesday.
I believe
I've heard that
Frontier's
before.
daily out of Milwaukee.
No,
I
but
believe.
sometimes these airlines say we can't book you on a flight for no more money until Tuesday. Good luck.
Because they don't have enough flights going. Yeah.
Right. Or they've got their planes all jangled and jumbled around the country. This is what happens when you fly a poverty airline like that. At least Southwest is credible. So good luck on that. Now,
Yeah, I
is
was gonna
your
say, the
bride,
jinx
Billy, a
of the
big
year.
is your bride a big Disney fanatic, sort of like Julia's?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Her and her mom and younger brother have had the annual pass for a few years now. So they'll go. I mean, they'll go on like 3 trips a year, and then I'll potentially go on one.
Potentially?
To just kinda just
Potentially?
slide.
You got the one.
Yeah, very
you got
much
the one
potentially.
go around.
You're
Yeah,
talking.
very
You're
much
talking to the
potentially.
boy that proposed outside Magic Kingdom as the
I
fire,
know. I know.
or outside the
True.
castles. The
Magic
fireworks
Kingdom.
went. Come on.
In Magic Kingdom.
In
Come on
Magic
now.
Kingdom,
He's
yeah.
But
so
he didn't get
sure
his
he
ring
did that,
stolen. I think that
Didn't.
guy who's the ring thief,
Yeah,
I think he contemplated doing it, but saw how big Billy was and said,
not
"Can't
this one.
risk This one.
Especially
looks
Billy
like,
in a
he looks like
cutoff.
he's got a good pass set. He could potentially give me a punch to the chest, knock me down, knock me over.
Well, that's why
So-
Josh mentioned the cutoff, John. I thought about wearing the cutoff, not to scare anybody away, to then somebody go like, "Bro, that dude's way too sweaty for me to go and push off here. All right, I'm just gonna let you go have your moment.
I don't
It'll
want
be
the
all good
brush
with the
up.
fun in the
Yeah,
sun."
I don't want the brush up.
Ooh, speaking of cutoffs, football guys, you've seen the story of Biff Poggi at Charlotte, who's going to wear a cutoff T-shirt on the sidelines during games this year.
I did not. Who
Come
is
on.
Oh,
that?
it's oh, dead serious. It's glorious.
Google that one up
It
right
is
there. So
awesome.
Charlotte's new
Awesome.
head coach, this guy Biff Poggi, played college football years ago, then went into business, built a hedge fund, became a
Yep.
billionaire, then was coaching high school football in Baltimore, built a powerhouse high school program, got hired down in Charlotte. And his sideline gear, he said he's only ever coached in a cutoff T-shirt with the neck slashed, Coon, like that. And he's already told his AD down there, he's like, "Yep, this is the game day attire. Don't even tell me to wear team gear. This
Now,
is it."
this is the cat that at
I
the
like it.
at the
I
media day
like 'em.
said 3 questions.
Yes,
Yes.
That's 3
that's
questions.
the 3-question
We'll
guy.
remember that.
Yep, Biff
Yep.
Poggi.
I like him already. I'm
Yeah,
just
I love
checking him
him.
out right now. He is awesome. This
Look
is
at
like
him, Coon.
this is your high school version of Bill Belichick, right? With these
Totally.
cutoffs here. This is incredible. I love this man
He's
already.
in college.
also got
Coon.
a little-
He's a
I know.
college coach.
I know.
yeah.
I'm a big. I know, but he looks
D1?
high schoolish. He
Yeah.
he is now Charlotte 49ers. I will now follow this year
Yep.
specifically
Yes.
for Biff Poggi updates.
He's got a little Paulie Walnuts feel to him too, doesn't he?
He
Like you could look at him and be like, okay, that guy definitely could have been in season 3 of The Sopranos.
Right. Now, the coldest game he might have is October 7th against East Carolina. Their schedule is pretty warm weather friendly. If he could wear that get up into cold territory later in the football season, I'd be more impressed.
You know damn well
But
he
that's-
cannot put sleeves on. If he gets a cold game, he cannot put sleeves on. He needs to relay this toughness to the rest of the team, especially the offensive linemen. There's no way he can put sleeves on.
He looks like a last
Okay.
chance you coach is what he looks like for crying out loud, man.
Yes,
Like,
totally.
Yeah, hot tub, cigar. Who was that one? I mean, he's the last. The other guy, he cheated on his wife or did something else. Like, there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, the
What if he
second
gets
guy,
him
the second guy's been wild, right? That's
Wiling out.
wiling out. Now he's got a podcast where he basically
Yeah.
tells all these NFL coaches they don't know what they're talking about with football. Yeah,
Yes.
definite last chance you vibe. Good call, Butchie. I'm
What-
glad you
what
unfroze
happens
for
if-
that point, dude. Good call. Good work.
Absolutely.
What happens? What happened? He wasn't
Butchie's
frozen. He
internet
was just in low power mode.
He was
Butchie's-
waving to
yeah.
us for like 5 minutes, and I
Butchie's
was
internet is
I was
gold.
poking.
I
trying
can
to
do
see if
one
I
of
could
those to you,
activate it
too.
again.
What if Biff Poggi gets it cooking down there, though? How great would that be?
I think it'd be
Not
phenomenal.
only is he a character, but he gets him pretty good.
I
It'd be
mean,
fun.
Ed Ogeron went, off the charts when they started killing it at LSU. I mean, if Charlotte gets on a little run here, the 49ers, man,
I sure hope
watch
he's
out.
I sure hope he doesn't have 12-year-olds running drills though, because their moms and him were hanging out. Like don't go full Coach O, but like pre-national championship, Coach O was at a different level. Then it was like,
Yeah.
hey, come on over here and run some 7-on-7 with us. All right, come on in here. Come on, have some fun. Get on in there,
Yeah.
and run on in with the running backs. Go on, have some fun.
All right,
Get
so
fired.
Hard Knocks last night. I watched the Oz Perlman trick show
O's.
going on. Thing.
Yeah, Abe
Oz
Froman.
Perlman.
Abe
And I was
Oxford
blown away.
Perlman,
I was desperate to know how
We haven't
did you
got
do
that
the
name right
puzzle
all
trick.
morning.
Aubrey Perlman. That's what it is. Okay.
All right, I'm going to caution people to cover your ears or turn your volume down on your radio if you don't want this trick to be revealed. But the puzzle trick, at least the first half of it,
Perlman's puzzle.
the first half of the puzzle trick, here's how it's done. You ready, Butchie? Someone said that all the puzzle pieces are the same and they all fit the one empty piece on the semi-completed puzzle.
Don't
under
believe it. I
the
don't
little
believe that
tarp.
to be the case.
I don't
I
either.
don't believe that to be the
Okay,
case.
well,
No,
how do
that
they get the
makes
score
perfect
then? How do
sense.
they get the score on the back?
Well, that I
I
don't.
mean, you only told me half of how it might
Yeah.
be. Like the puzzle, I can
But
believe,
the-
but the
but the-
score.
No, but the puzzle pieces all being the same, that's an easy trick because you're not going to sit there and go, hold on a second, let me see if these jigsaw puzzles are actually different, these pieces. They all look very similar. They have just a different shape to them. So that's the easy part of it. The score on the back, I don't know.
So you only told me half
Were
of
you
the
not-
reason.
Are you not desperate to know how he does these tricks, boys?
Oz post
It's
at
a
all?
magician's code. No.
You know,
I'm
I
not
got
trying to break magician's
It's their
code. I don't
code,
wanna-
Billy.
I agree.
I
I'm
don't want
not
to lose my
code.
right
Code.
ring finger.
I'd piss on their code. I want to know the trick, how it's
Do you
done.
remember
Wow.
John Dorenbos there, Zabe? Do you remember John Dorenbos?
Yeah, you remember John?
He was
Dornbos?
a lineman for the
He was a
Eagles.
long
He
snapper,
was also
long
a
snapper.
magician.
Long snapper.
long
Big
snapper,
friend of
magician.
Oz Perlman.
Went on to
America's Got Talent.
Killed it there. But before that, he was a Pro Bowl long snapper whose career was
Yeah.
cut short because doctors found an irregularity in his heart, and he had to have open heart surgery in New Orleans when he came down there.
Oof.
Anyhow, before his career was cut short, he was a Pro Bowl snapper out there at the Pro Bowl. He was doing a bunch of tricks one night for all of us, just a bunch of guys, gathering around, drinking beers, just being impressed by these magic tricks after magic tricks after magic tricks. And he said, "Go ahead and record me." So we recorded them, and it's amazing the sleight of hand these guys have. Put this in super duper slow-mo, and you can catch them. But it's impressive how they can, finagle.
It's
things and
always
get you
sleight of
looking
hand.
one way. Yeah.
All right. So on the Rogers card deck trick, Butchie, we talked about this. I think he slipped in that plastic box with the goldfish
Oh, you
when he
think?
said, "Here."
I mean,
He
how
goes,
to get in there?
he goes, "Here, hold the deck tight." And when he clasped his hands around Rogers and the deck, that's when he slipped that in there.
And Rodgers isn't going to know the difference,
But what about the players?
or is
What
he
if
in
he
on
said
it?
giraffe?
Or is he in on it?
What if he's well, okay, that's the other big thing is are the players at all in on it? I think I would say no to that because
Yeah.
their faces don't lie.
I agree.
The faces of wonderment and amazement don't lie. Nobody's that good of an actor.
So Oz did not just go and do this for the Jets.
He's
been
done it for the
making-
Packers, right?
He's been doing
Ooze.
a trip around the entire NFL, stopping at many different teams. He was in Cincinnati last week, did it for the team meeting
Yeah.
of the Packers, and there was a couple players that were skeptical of him, thought he had plants throughout the team meeting room, and went up and he completely debunked that theory.
That's awesome. That is just the best.
So-
My favorite part is when he looks at Roger and goes, "Come on, dude. All right. I'm not into pick a card, any card. Let me figure out your card. All right. I'm going to mess with you a little bit." And for somebody who has almost died inside for 3 days on an ayahuasca binge, for Rogers to be
Mhm.
as
Yes.
amazed as he was, that's how I knew. I'm like, okay, this is something I need to see. I need to see Oz, whatever, Mr. Perlman, whenever he ends
Yeah,
up
Abe
with one of
Perlman.
whenever he ends up with a
Alfred.
Vegas residency, that will be the first magic show I see in my favorite city in the entire world.
So how do you
Milwaukee,
think he
Wisconsin.
knew the card Rogers looked at? Did he put that in his head? Is he
That's the
truly possessing of mentalist powers? Did he put the score of 31-21 in the head of the other player?
How did he convince the guy to say goldfish? Because
That was my question.
I would have thought
because
giraffe
you
first.
can't be reading his brain, because if his brain says giraffe, you're not sliding a giraffe in Roger's hand.
Could have been a toy giraffe.
So well, it could have been a toy
Fair.
giraffe, but that's still, I mean, you got a toy giraffe small enough to fit inside those hands. Got a long neck. That thing's gonna fit in there.
I'm on a
like he had to
Reddit thread
convince
right
him that
now.
one.
Reddit thread. How does Oz Perlman do it? And it's a deep thread. Good. My morning is now accounted for.
Yeah, he's done.
While you boys
We'll
are
see ya-
talking practice,
We'll see you
practice.
Fridays, Abe.
Here I'm going
Here
in.
comes a darkness
I got my
retreat.
scuba suit on.
He hasn't slept for 48 hours. Just
I'm going
Should be
under,
a good one
boys.
tomorrow morning at 5:30 when we convene. Eyes
All
are gonna be
right.
all bloodshot.
May nobody get hurt today in practice, because even though it's only practice, people can and do get hurt. Okay, knock on wood for that. Let's have a
he
good
just
crisp
says the
practice
worst
How about
today.
that?
things.
How
Just
about
the
that?
worst
Knock on wood if you're with me.
Just
No
says
it's
the
fine.
worst
Don't worry about
All
it.
right. All right.
Okay.
Josh, please
right,
don't
well-
crash on the way down to
Yeah. Thanks.
Orlando. I mean, even though it's a flight and it's a lot safer than driving planes, still crash. So please
Be
don't
safe.
crash on the way down there, Josh.
Get the
Well,
popcorn
he's not
bucket.
in charge of flying the plane in any way, shape, or form. Trust me.
Players aren't
You're
in
gonna
charge
let-
of whether they get hurt or not.
Okay. Well,
He's got you
this was
there.
putting it out of the ether. So okay, I can't root for no injuries. Fine. Have a great practice today, Packers. Be crisp. Be focused. Get your work in. Yeah. Didn't say anything about.
There's
some
definitely an
injuries.
injury coming.
There's too
There
many
is
Patriot
definitely-
fans here for me.
Yeah,
And
you
I'll
saw
be
him
playing
right
for it.
away. A lot of Pats fans.
All right, 9 to noon is next. Butchie, Josh, great job as always. Josh, safe travels. Pipe Bomb is in with us tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Have a great Wednesday, and we will see you tomorrow.
Never past a fall. Try.